Welcome to the Folktale Project. This is Dan Schulz. Today's story comes to us from the Chinese fairy book, and it is sad. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This is just a sad story. And the things that it has to say about predetermination and fate are just really depressing. This is Favorite of Fortune and the Child of Ill Luck. Once upon a time there was a proud prince who had a daughter, but the daughter was a child of ill luck. When it came time for her to marry, she had all her suitors assemble before her father's palace. She was going to throw down a ball of red silk among them, and whoever caught it was to be her husband. Now there were many princes and counts gathered before the castle, and in their midst there was also a beggar. And the princess could see dragons crawling into his ears and crawling out again from his nostrils, for he was a child of luck. So she threw the ball to the beggar, and he caught it. Her father was angry. "Why did you throw the ball into the beggar's hands?" "He is a favorite of fortune," said the princess. "I will marry him, and then perhaps I will share in his good luck." But the father would not hear of it, and since she insisted, he drove her from the castle in his rage. So the princess had to go off with the beggar. She dwelt with him in a little hut, and had to hunt for herbs and roots and cook them herself, so that they might have something to eat, and often they both went hungry. One day her husband said to her, "I will set out and seek my fortune, and when I have found it I will come back again and fetch you." The princess was willing, and he went away, and was gone for 18 years. Meanwhile, the princess lived in want and affliction, for her father remained hard and merciless. If her mother had not secretly given her food and money, no doubt she would have starved to death during all that time. But the beggar found his fortune, and at length became emperor. He returned and stood before his wife. She, however, no longer recognized him. She only knew that he was the powerful emperor. He asked her how she were getting along. "Why do you ask me how I am getting along?" she replied. "I am too far beneath your notice." "And who may your husband be?" "My husband was a beggar. He went away to seek his fortune. That was 18 years ago. He has not yet returned." "And what have you done during all those long years?" "I have been waiting for him to return." "Do you wish to marry someone else, seeing that he has been missing so long?" "No, I will remain his wife until I die." When the emperor saw how faithful his wife was, he told her who he was, had her clothed in magnificent garments, and took her with him to his imperial palace, and there they lived in splendor and happiness. After a few days, the emperor said to his wife, "We spend every day in festivities, as though every day were New Year." "And why should we not celebrate?" answered his wife, "since we have now become emperor and empress." Yet his wife was a child of ill luck. When she had been empress no more than 18 days, she fell sick and died. But her husband lived for many a long year. And that is the Chinese folktale of Favorite of Fortune and the Child of Ill Luck. And as I said, it is a very, very sad story. And you think at the end that you're getting that happily ever after when the beggar returns as the emperor, makes his wife empress, and they live feasting as if every day were New Year. And then the story just hits you over the head with that, don't forget, she was a child of ill fortune, and she dies. This is Dan Schulz for the Folktale Project. Don't forget that you can subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, Overcast, anywhere you like to get your podcasts. You can also follow us on Twitter at Folktale Project. You can find us on Auto Radio, TuneIn Radio, iHeartRadio, Spotify, anywhere that you like to listen. And you can always head over to folktaleproject.com, where you'll find a new story waiting for you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thank you so much for listening.